Well, I want to welcome to, there's Stephanie. I want to welcome to the Garden City Bird Sanctuary. This is our second annual Winterfest. And I'm Rob Alvey. I basically volunteered about 17 years ago with the Village of Garden City's Environmental Board on land use. And one of the aspects of land use turned out to be the sump. And as luck would have it, by 1995 we started doing a little demonstration volunteer program out here. And now it's grown into the Garden City Bird Sanctuary. It's a 9-acre area. We've had, I'd say $500,000 in funds raised over the 15 to 20 years. We've got trails in here. We've done about 8,000 people as either volunteers or visitors. And last year we started a bit of a Winterfest. Thank you. Today we basically are dedicating some of the memorial trees that we put in it last year and acknowledging that. We filled up all the feeders that we had around here today, and it's nice to see you guys come over and join us for a little bit of hot chocolate or cider and another chance to stand frozen out in the middle of January. But it's not as bad to me as it was last year. I wanted to open up with a little bit of an aspect of honoring a couple of volunteers that have helped us a lot this year, and they're fairly new to the Garden City Bird Sanctuary. Where's Janette Chu right over? Janette, wait, raise your hand. Janette is a neighbor nearby. Her son William is at Kent Academy, and he's gone off to college in next spring. Next fall. Last April, Janette came over and helped out with a garage sale that we had. The first time we had a lawn sale over here. She's helped out over the summer, helping to raise vegetables back and forth, and then she's finally one of our new directors of the Bird Sanctuary. And then also, since he made it back from the east end of Long Island, Tom Alistando, high school student on his way to, we hope, Columbia, unless he screws up and the I think he's
right out there.
And he'll be just like me.
Like the rest of us. But so he said, you can do a lot with me in the fall, but I have to get all the applications to college in the spring. I'll be a senior, ready to graduate. Don't expect me to do too much. But Tom, God bless him. He has been a student director of the Garden City Bird Sanctuary. Again, very active with the high school Hope Group, with the lawn sale that we had here. And he comes down notoriously for our meetings and says, do I have to stay here for the whole thing? And I said, no, Tom, you helped me liaison at the high school. But at least I wanted to say an acknowledgement that it's been fun to work with you and to tease you like this. Now, the new evergreens that we have here are for Mary Cronin, John's mom, and then the Titler family, Kurt Titler, Kurt Herrera, and Carol's Peter's father. Last year we had a brand new little evergreen here. It was the only one we had in here. And it was nice, it was cute, and in February it was stolen. Yeah, actually a landscape contractor came in with a truck, dug the whole thing up, hopped it over the fence, put it on a truck and drove it away for somebody else. And I sat here, I didn't even notice it for 3 days until I come out and go, what happened to our tree? And then Alexis says, that happens in February and March, and people will steal things like that. And we found a few other remains of other things a mile and a half away where the truck had turned. When I started the bird sanctuary, I know you're getting cold, but when I started the bird sanctuary, we put up a bird house. And the Vandals kids that didn't know this was going to be a bird sanctuary had knocked it over. We put up 2. And it was both of them were knocked over. We put up 4, and then all 4 were knocked over. We finally put up 8, and one of the kids says, Mr. Alvey, why do you keep doing this? The kids knock them down. I said, when I get up to 516, they'll take too long to knock them over, and they'll finally give up. And they finally gave up. So if you have a house or a store and somebody breaks a window, you repair it right away, and you don't let an invitation for other people to come in and do that. If you don't have pride in your own neighborhood, you keep it up to date. So we now have 3 trees, and maybe next year we'll have 6, and maybe 9. And a little bit of a forest going along the buffer for our meadow is a nice situation. During the 2009 also, Alexis Alvey and Kevin LaPlatney also donated a very small little evergreen And it's alive. It made it. And it was hidden, and it's gotten about 4 inches of growth on it this year. We even decorated that, and again, I want to thank you for that. The trees that were donated in 2009 were in honor of Gary Lynch, Peter Annunziato, in honor and memory and honor of William Haynes, in memory of Mary Cronin, in memory of Elizabeth A. Taylor, in memory of David Greenwald, in memory of Albert Dietrich, in memory of Eleanor Laranger Jacobs, in memory of Virginia Critis, and in memory of Antonio Critis, in memory of Kurt Huera, in memory of Herbert Titler, in memory of John Traxler, in memory of Ingrid Metcalf, in memory of Ann Metzler, in memory of the deceased members of the Garden City High School class of 1979, compliments of Alexis Alvey and Kevin LaPlatney, compliments of Christopher Delfo, compliments of Francis McDonough, and compliments of the Oceanside Garden Club, and compliments of the Merrick Garden Club. As you can see, we had a healthy number of donations, and the Memorial Trail and the Memorial Walk is really extended around this area. And we certainly appreciate that. The reading of the winter poems, I actually wanted to start off with one myself, which I like. Midwinter Prayer. From the rising of the midwinter sun to its setting, scatter the darkness with the light of your love, O Shining One. Make me short on mean thoughts, long on offering words of comfort. Make me short on being driven, long on paying attention. Make me short on focusing only on my own way. Then I'll wait for the train. And long on looking beyond. Make me short on obsessive bliss, long on spontaneous acts of kindness. Make me short on mindless activity, and long on time to reflect. Make me short on tradition as a habit, and long on rediscovery and reowning. Make me short on rushing and tiring, and long on walking and wandering. Make me short on false festive jollity, and long on stilling and rooted joy. Make me short on guilt, and long on being merciful to myself. And make me short on being overwhelmed, and long on peaceableness as I set forth this day. John, did you have one that you also wanted to give?
I'll read the one right from The heart of a tree. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven and nigh, for song and mother croon of bird, and hushed and happy twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony, those things he plants who plants a tree. All right, we'll go with the great telling of Winterfest candlelighting ceremony. We begin the Winterfest candlelighting ceremony in near darkness and cold, with summer but a distant memory. We, the directors, will tell the story of the Garden City Bird Sanctuary and the meaning of Winterfest. It all began in 1995 when our founder and president, Rob Alvey, was inspired to start something at this formerly neglected 9-acre stormwater basin that became the Garden City Bird Sanctuary in which we now gather. Rob, in turn, inspired those of us on the board to start this celebration we call Winterfest, a holiday unique to us and our supporters. As we light the green Winterfest candle, the color reminds us of the hope of new life of spring, the hope of spring and new life that will surely come. It is a hope we pass on to each other as we light the candles.
More importantly, the candles say that our supporters are part of us. Without the light of their talents which they share, and the warmth of their caring they give, our accomplishments here would never have come to pass. As Winterfest, we celebrate 3 principal characteristics that our supporters, like all people of goodwill, share in common.
Three principal characteristics we celebrate are environmental dispensation, which means environmental stewardship, voluntarius, probably mispronouncing that, which means volunteerism, and spes, which means hope. We use Latin to express the three principles of Winterfest because it is a dead language belonging to no one and therefore belongs to all of us, transcending all racial, ethnic, and other boundaries, which all too often separate us. Winterfest stands for the unity of all people of goodwill.
These are the characteristics which inspired Rob, those of us on the board of directors, and all our supporters to make the Garden City Bird Sanctuary a reality and keep it going. We care for our planet and each other. We volunteer our time and talents to make this little part of our Earth a better place to be, and we hope for a brighter world in the future by so doing. And so, people of goodwill volunteered and helped us.
And we grew strong and profited as a community, both those who gave the help and those who received the help. Each year at Winterfest, the Board of Directors recognizes the special talents of a couple of our outstanding supporters. This year they are
Janette Chu and Tom Elistondo. And I think I don't need you to come forward because I don't need to embarrass you again, but God bless you and thank you again for your volunteering. And the next director, Marty.
Winterfest is a time when we remember the past year since our last celebration and dream of the future hopes we have for our organization until next year's Winterfest. Our president will say a few words about what we did last year and remember with gratitude our special supporters who had a tree dedicated either in honor of or in memory of someone equally special. And Rob will tell us a little bit about our hopes and dreams for 2010.
I didn't write this. It's winter, and it will be spring soon. And when spring comes, the bird sanctuary will be open again to the public on weekends. I have a lot of programs scheduled for 2010. It's our 15th anniversary, 15 years of doing this. So we're going to celebrate our 15th anniversary in June. We also have a program coming up for Earth Day, and there's a new program as accordance with the Points of Light Foundation that you give a day, you might get an entry pass to Disney World. So I'm getting a lot of people that are interested in doing that. In April, we've got our garage sale, we have the Halloween Fest, but the main thing is come back and enjoy it in good weather, not just standing here in January. Thank you. Alexis.
Winter is a gloomy time of the year. The days are short, the nights are long, and nature sleeps in the seeming throes of death. Many people get depressed in the winter, especially with the December holidays behind us. Winterfest reminds us that there is reason to hope for the future because there are many people of goodwill who care about the planet and the next generation.
We also experience winters in our own lives, when all seems dark and cold. The winters of health problems, financial woes, worries on the job, relationship problems, and a host of other winters we encounter in the seasons of our life.
But just as spring with new life, light and warmth most surely follows winter, so too will the winters of our lives be ultimately defeated. The great religions of the world assure us that even the winter of death itself is not the end, but a springtime of life awaits us hereafter.
Okay, thank you. And we can get these. Hey, Laura.
I guess you know why I have to shield it from. Thank you. Let's use that one.
Yeah, that's what I do.
This then is Winterfest. The most important message we want you to take home with you today is this: all winters must come to an end.
Yeah. Bring on spring.
Go
Thank
Jets.
you again for coming, and God bless and get home safe. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Winterfest.